Hello, welcome to my channel Healing Beyond the Veil. I'm Erica, wants to be this one. So I channel messages, I read the energy, and I just use the oracle cards to help ground the message into the here and now. Okay, so I'm not reading the card as such, it's just helping me pull this message down from the ethos to here. Okay, risk. Sometimes you have to take that risk. So there's a lot of thought processes going on here. So this one feels like a mental and emotional risk that you're taking. There's lots of what ifs. It's breaking through. It's like the cage to the door is opening, or is open, or you have the key. And that's one thing, being able to open it, or recognizing even that there is a door that you can actually walk through, an opportunity, for example. But walking through it and taking that next step is really a brave thing to do. So this is not about the opportunity being there or not, or you having the skills to do it. This is now allowing yourself to walk through it and to step through it. This is like a space of really feeling vulnerable. You know, when you're in the cage, you kind of, even though you don't like it, and you can understand there's restrictions and the freedom is on the other side of that, there's still an element of I'm safe, and you know, I've been put in this cage, and it's, you know, I'm almost a victim of this cage. You know, I didn't create the cage. But when you now have the key and the opportunity to walk through the door, this is now a choice. This is now my responsibility. This is feeling really vulnerable. Okay, it's the space, the vastness of it all, of being outside this cage, feels like a mental and emotional risk. Okay, it's suddenly feeling exceptionally vulnerable to predators, to things that could, you know, like you're safe in the cage. You're safe, nothing can attack you, nothing can get you. But then when you're vulnerable, when you're outside of this cage, it's like, who knows what could be around the corner. Everybody thinks about the freedom. Oh, I want the freedom, I want to explore, I want to be able to fly, I want to spread my wings, blah, 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 blah. But it's that once you've got that opportunity, it's actually, crap. Now I'm thinking about all of those things that could get me or could harm me. Am I actually just safe? Did I really want to leave the cage in the first place? Am I just kind of safe there? But this cage and this opening is now your thoughts and how you feel about being free. We all want it, yes, but now every time you level up, this is what healing is about. Every time you level up and life presents a new opportunity for growth, expansion, the next level, it surfaces other things within us, the way that we see things, the way that we feel about things, and how actually do we feel about being free, and about being vulnerable, and about being able to spread our wings. Okay, the thought when you're in the cage, oh, wouldn't it be nice if? But then when you're out there and you have the opportunity to it, how many of us want to retreat back to that cage and lock the door? Okay, so this, while it could feel a physical thing, it feels more about emotions and about mental, the way that we think about it. Okay, thank you. So now I have the soul wants to be free. There's a real strong desire there to be free. You know you can do it, and it's the right thing to do, and then you know that you want to do it. Okay, so therefore, those mental and emotional triggers, resistance, and blocks are not helping you and are not serving you, because your soul and spirit, which is like your higher self, knows that what it wants. What is stopping you? Okay, so this is where you almost acknowledge that you're afraid, or that you feel vulnerable because, and once you acknowledge those and not just feel it, I feel afraid, or I don't want to, blah, 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 actually writing a list and acknowledging, I feel afraid because, I feel vulnerable because. Okay, that's when you have an actual word, a label, a title that you can then be the observer of those thoughts. I observe that thought as one of fear. Then let's work on that, because I know that thought or that trigger is not serving my soul and it's not serving me feeling and being free. So therefore, let's work on that fear, whatever that could be. Okay. Thank you, angels. Is there anything else here? Okay, I have one of your mind and your emotions. Thank you. Are feeling aware now of all of the reasons why you could be vulnerable or afraid. Okay, so you can picture in your mind's eye of all of those 100 reasons and the chaos and the what ifs and the dramas of it all. Okay, that's making you want to retreat. Okay, thank you. But don't forget, while you were in the cage, none of those thoughts and feelings existed. You just wanted to be free. You could only think about and feel about, what if I was free? What if I had this opportunity? And while you were sat in that cage, you felt and you imagined all those things that you would do if you were on the other side, if you were free. All those wonderful things that you could do, you could go, you could be, you could feel free. Okay, so you use a lot of your mental and emotional energy while you were in the cage to imagine and feel yourself on the other side. This was your key to opening the door. This is what gave you the opportunity that's presented right in front of you now. Okay, so now while you're standing here, the angels are asking you to use those same techniques. Use your mind and use your feelings and your imagination. What could you possibly see? Where could you possibly go? Now you are free. Okay, this needs to be stronger than the feelings and the thought processes of, oh, I'm vulnerable, what if something's going to get me? Okay, so you need to remember the processes that you have while you're in the cage in order to present that key and the opportunity for you. Okay, use those same techniques. Use your thought processes, use your emotions, use your imagery in your mind, however it is that you choose to do all this, to imagine and to take yourself to places that, while you are free, the places that you can go, the person who you could be, the people that you could meet. I want you to visualize that version of freedom. What does freedom feel like to you? What does it look like? Where would you go? Who would you be? Who would you see? What would you do? How far would you fly? Okay, this is what you've got to hold on to. That it feels like so many of us are stuck in this doorway. We have the key, got the key, but actually with this key, I can not just open it and fly out, I can also lock it behind me and close it so I feel safe. Okay, thank you. So the choice is yours. The choice is yours. And it's the angels almost saying that it's okay if you're standing on the edge and you're opening and closing this door as many times as it takes. Okay, because this in itself is probably the biggest challenge that you have now, apart from learning to fly, and what else could you see and where could you go. This is like such a huge hurdle. Okay, and it's okay if it takes time to walk through it. Okay, but you have the processes, you have the skills, you have the wings, you have everything that you need. And it is literally now reprogramming the mind, using your emotions, understanding and recognizing where you're holding yourself back, but also using that same power on the positive side, and using that and focusing on that, on where we can go, what we can do, who we can see, who I can be. Okay, so don't beat yourself up about standing on the edge. Understand that this is a process, and this is a big leap of faith, which you can do. You just gotta Tell your mind and your heart that it's safe to do so. You are safe. Always ask your angels for help and guidance when you need. Anything else here, angels? Thank you, angels, and thank you for watching. Hello, Zoom.